I've been playing a lot of Palworld since its release on early access, and one thing that I have noticed is that the beginning can be quite overwhelming with a lot of base building and preparation before the real fun begins and you can venture out into the world. So in this video I'm going to show you the easiest and fastest way to prepare for your adventures into the world. So stay tuned to the end of the video so you can learn all the tips and tricks in this ultimate beginner's guide. So when you start a new game and you create a new world, you can obviously name your world, but I think we'll just name this one a YouTube series. And from here you have a couple of options that is entirely up to the way you want to play the game. So you can either have multiplayer off, so you can go ahead as a lone warrior, or turn it on to play with your friends. Now the next one is the difficulty. So you have casual, which basically makes it easier for powers to be catched. You gain more experience and you can gather resources and incubate eggs faster. Battles are also a lot easier and there are no penalties for when you die. So at the moment in normal, when you die, your items are dropped where you came to your untimely demise, so you do have to head back there and gather your resources again. So me personally, I prefer to leave it on normal, as this is the way that the game is intended to be played. So once you've loaded in and the cutscene is all over with, you will spawn in this cave like this. Now the first thing you want to do is just head straight on forward, and you want to head to this sort of plinth or statue just here. And what you want to do is you want to activate this. This will unlock the fast travel. Now next thing you want to do is you want to head over to this expedition survivor over here. You want to talk to them and they will give you a nice little care package to start you off. So if we open up, we can see we got 10 wood from them. So next thing we want to do is focus on gathering some resources. So we just want to head around, we want to pick up all of these wood and all of this stone as well, and we just want to head over here. And as you can see, we've leveled up already, so that's good. Now you do want to pay attention to these paldium fragments. You want to pick up as many of them, and we're just going to grab some berries as well. So we just want to spend a little bit of time gathering all of these resources, and we just want to go ahead and gather as much of wood and stone as we can for the next little part. So we are currently in the little starting area, so there we go. We should have enough now to make ourselves our primitive workbench. So we're just going to open up the build menu and we're just going to build our workbench. Now it doesn't really matter where you build this to start with, so we're just going to place down the blueprint and we're just going to hold F to build it. Okay, now that's built, what we want to do is focus on crafting ourselves these tools. So the axe will allow us to chop down the trees for more wood. Pickaxe, obviously stone. It's always handy to have a torch as well, not really necessarily right at this moment in time. And then we do want the club just to make battling and fighting a little bit easier, and this will come in handy when we do go along to capture pals. So as you see, there's one there, but we can ignore them for the moment. I'll go ahead and explain the best ones to catch early on a little bit further down the line. So we're just going to craft ourselves a pickaxe, and looks like we've got enough for both the pickaxe and the chopping axe as well. So we'll get them done, and as you see, we've leveled up to level 3 already, so we're making very good progress to start with. So now we have all the tools, we can now chop down some trees and mine some stone. So we're just going to chop down a few trees and we're just going to mine a bit of stone. Okay, so now we've got a bit of stone and a bit of wood in our inventory. We've also got some of these paldium fragments. What we are going to do is we're going to open up our pause menu. We're going to head over to technology. Actually, before we do that, so when you level up, you will get stats points. So if we're just going to enhance stats. Now, personally, the ones that I would focus on first is weight and also stamina. I'd mainly focus on weight to start with, as this will allow you to increase your carrying capacity. So at the moment, we've got 300. We're going to go up by 2 levels. We're now at 400. So as you can see, with your wood and your stone, these do weigh quite a bit, so they will be taking up your weight limit quite fast. So after that, you want to head over to technology. Now this is the technology tree, and as you level up, you want to unlock more. At the moment, we've got 2 and 3, and basically on these 2 levels, you pretty much want to unlock everything you see here. I'd focus on the power sphere first, and we're just going to go through and unlock as many of these as we can with the levels we have at the moment. So we just need structures, which take 2 technology points, so it shouldn't be long before we unlock that one as well. So now that we have access to the power spheres, we're just going to head over to our workbench and we're just going to craft as many as we can. So we can do 8 at the moment, and you just want to hold F to build these. Now I wouldn't worry about having to do this all the time, because once we get our base built and we have some pals, they'll be doing that for us. Okay, so now we have 5 pal spheres. We want to head over just over these by the ruins, and we're going to head over here, and hopefully we're going to come across our first pal that we want to capture. So don't forget, along your way you want to carry on collecting resources like your wood and your stone. Okay, so there doesn't seem to be any that have spawned over here at this moment in time. We do have some lamb balls. We probably will end up getting one of these. These aren't necessarily sort of at this moment in time, but they will come in handy very much later, because they will be able to produce wool for us, which will be able to turn into cloth. The best way to capture, as you just saw, just beat them up a little bit so their health goes a little bit lower. That just increases their chance, because if we try and capture now, as you can see, it's a capture rate of 9%. But if we damage it just a little bit, sort of down to as low health as we can, you can see that the capture rate has increased to 100%. So we'll just capture another one of them. So what you want to do is you want to head just back over here, and you want to just head on down this hill, or just down these stairs, as you can see, and we'll come across our next little section of resources that we want to gather. So these little blue nodes here, these will give us the Paldium fragments, so you want to mine as many of these as you can as well. So you want to completely deplete them, and you'll see here, just down here, we have a chest, but we also have a collectible just here as well. So we just want to pick these up. That will give us some gold coin. So gold coins can be used for traders. Once we have our base set up, we'll have wandering traders come along, and we can purchase stuff off them. What we're going to do is just carry on gathering some more resources, and then we'll make our way to where we're going to build our first base. We're just going to gather some more resources as we are making our way down this area, which is basically going to be where our starting base is. And that's what we were after before, the catavers. So we'll just quickly grab them, and we've got some more over there as well, which is absolutely perfect. This nice open area here is going to be where we're going to be building our starter base. Now this is perfect for a start base. We've got lots of trees for wood. We've got some stone nodes as well, which is perfect for gathering stone. And as you can see, we started up there. So it's literally, that's where our first travel point was. So we are just down here. So let's go ahead and make our way down the trail. We'll capture some of these catavers. Now these ones are the ones that you kind of want to get first. You want at least sort of like 3 or maybe 5 of these. They are very good workers. They basically are an all-round good help. So we just want to do as we normally are, get them as low as possible and capture them. So we should have a 100% catch rate on that. Oh, we just picked up a nice megasphere. So that's basically just an increased chance rate compared to the normal power spheres. So they're always good to get hold of as and when you can. So let's see if we can chase this one down and capture this one. Right, it's going for a swim. See if we can catch up to him. Where are you going? Oh, you're making a right fool out of me now, aren't you? Okay, looks like we might have to leave that one. That one's a little bit stuck. So let's head over here. And there's 2 more over there. So we'll head over here and we'll grab these 2. So if we head over to our party, as you can see, we have 3 of these catavers. Now, because we did damage them before we captured them, their health was a little bit low. But as soon as they go into your party, as you can see, they do regain health. So that's always a bonus. So now let's head on back over to our nice area, and we'll get our base first set up. So first things first, what we want to do is we want to just go to into the foundations. We just want to build ourselves a nice little house, a little structure. So I'm going to probably build mine pretty much the same place that I did my other playthrough, and we're just going to place like this. So instead of, if you're on PC, left clicking, if you have a look, you can build continuously. I do recommend doing that. Just right click instead. So we're just going to build a small little building. Just like that, should be plentiful. And then we're just going to get a wooden door right in the middle. And I think we do deserve some windows, so let's put some windows in. I think we'll just do windows at either side, and then maybe one in the middle there. So just as we are finishing up building our house, I just wanted to make a quick note of how roofs work. So obviously everyone would love to have the nice slanted roof just like this. But for some reason you have to be careful with the slanted roof because obviously you will want to place a bed as well. And for some unknown reason, beds don't seem to work under slanted roofs. So you do kind of have to build it kind of like I'm building it now. So you have to kind of build it like this, and then you have to put a flat bit of roof on top. Or basically anywhere that you want your bed, you will want to have a flat roof where your bed is. So once your building is complete, what you want to do is you want to build yourself a bed, as it's getting very close to night time now, and building a bed just allows us to skip the night time. So we're just going to quickly build the bed, and then we're going to get on to building the other key components of our base and start getting things and resources automated. Okay, so we built our bed just in time, so we're just going to go to sleep so we can skip the night and actually see what we're doing properly. So it is a new day and the sun should be shining very soon. So let's head over and we're going to enhance our stats again. We've got a couple more points, so we're going to increase our weight and carry capacity. Then we're going to head over to technology and we're going to finish unlocking the things that we wanted to unlock. So we're going to do the straw plow bed. So that's both level 2 and 3 all done. Now, when it comes to level 4, a couple of things that you want to focus on when it comes to 4 and 5 actually is you want the feed box for a start, you want the common shield, you want the berry plantation, you will want the ranch, and then you will also want the cloth outfit and the normal parachute. So we're a little bit short on points, but it shouldn't take long at all to get them sorted. So next thing we need to do is, now we have just got a notification that we're hungry. So it's a good job we've been collecting berries, so we can just right click them and use the berries. So as you can see here in our inventory, we have our health, which is the green bar, and then we've got our food, which is our orange bar. So we can eat berries or we can eat lamb or mutton and various other meats as well. We're just going to use the berries for now as they are an easy sustainable resource. So we're going to fill ourselves up and that should be us all good to go. As I've just spent some time gathering some more resources, and now we're going to head on and build some resources. So first of all, we want the power box. Now the way this kind of works in regards to building, it kind of has a box around it, which is a little bit weird. It's not too much of an issue. So what we want to do is kind of place it in quite an easily accessible place. So we're going to build it for there for now. And as you will see, when it will build, it will basically select an area in a circle, and that is basically will be our home base location. So we're going to go ahead and get this built. As you can see, just there on that rock, we have like a little blue outline, and we can just see it just there on the ridges. That's basically our base area. So now that we have the POW box, we can open it and we can now start using our POWs. So as you can see here, we've only got one selection. As we upgrade the base by completing these sort of base level objectives, we can increase the number of max POWs working at the base. So we need to build a wooden chest and deploy a work POW to the base. So that's simple because that's going to be the next two steps that we're going to do. So we're going to start with the cativers, just because they are all rounded. They help with, as you can see there on the right hand side in the POW stats and information, they help with quite a few tasks around the base, so it's always good to have a few of them hanging around your base. So next what we're going to do is we're going to build a wooden chest. Now the good thing that I like about this game in regards to the chests is that you don't necessarily have to have the items in your inventory to be able to use like the workbenches and crafting materials. You can actually keep them in the chest as long as you're within that circle of where you are building stuff. So we're going to build a couple of these chests, and we're just going to get rid of some of our resources in the chest just to save a bit of space in our inventory. So we're going to head over here, we're going to drop our wood and our fiber into our chest, and probably our paldium fragments as well, just to free up a bit more weight. So next what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and build a couple of primitive workbenches and a repair bench. Now we'll build one for now just over here, and as you saw at the start, the workbench would allow you to build stuff. Now I do recommend just building a couple of these workbenches, just because you can have multiple things crafting at the same time, and you can have multiple POWs helping you out and getting them crafted. So I normally like to build sort of 2 or 3, and then we're just going to have the workbench next to it once our little cativer moves out of our way ever so kindly. Are you going to budge? Thank you very much. Okay, so we're just going to place our repair bench here. And we'll probably just let the Cativer do that. So next what we're going to do is try and get some automation going on. So I'm going to head over to food. We're going to get a feed box so our pals never go hungry. And we're going to get our berry plantation put down as well. You will kind of want to place the feed box down where you think your pals will be sleeping. So I will probably get my pals to sleep. Well, I did it there in the last playthrough, so let's put it over this side. There seems to be a little bit more room over here. So we'll put the feed box just over here. Just there seems like a good little spot actually. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put some straw pal beds down. So we're going to go ahead and gather some more resources first, because ideally what I want to do is place down 5 just for future. So we're going to go ahead and gather some more resources. Okay, so as I was just gathering some resources, our weapon has been damaged. So now is a perfect time to show you how the repair bench works. So you just want to head over to the repair bench and you will see our stone axe is a little bit damaged by this icon. So we can just shift click and it will head over to here. And as you can see, we need materials to repair it, but we can just repair it straight away. Takes a little while for the UI to recognize it's done. There you go. So that's sorted, so we can head over and get some more wood now. Okay, so we've gathered ourselves some more wood, and as you can see, our Cativers have been hard at work. They've been mining some resources, so we can just walk over and collect all of them. So done this one over here, which is lovely. So we've got plenty Paldium fragments for our pal spheres. So let's go ahead and continue getting some of our straw pal beds down. So we'll get 5 of these down for now, just to make sure that we have enough for future, save us having to remember to build them. So there's 5 for now, and we should be able to actually now upgrade our base. We have. So now we can, in fact we can do it twice, just for doing all of them. So build a straw pal bed times 3. So once he's finished building them, we'll be able to upgrade again. So we can go ahead and we can enter our pal box, and now we can add in more pals to our production. So we'll just add all of our Cativers in there, and that will help build them all. And you see they're all rushing over to help build. Just speeds up the process quite a lot. So what we're going to do is wait for them to build the other 2 pal beds, and then we can upgrade our base again. But in the meantime, what we're going to do is get to our berry plantation and our campfire down. So we're going to put the campfire down pretty much here. And then our berry plantation, we have got enough for it. We're just going to place over here. Now we haven't got any pals to automate the berry plantation, but that will be coming very soon when we go. Once we're all prepared, we can head out and we can get the next 2 important pals to gather. So let's upgrade our base again, and let's insert one of our lamb balls, and then we can get the next bit built, which we will be able to set our lamb ball to work. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to be building the ranch. So we're going to need some more wood and some more stone. So I've just gathered some more wood and stone, and just a couple of things that I forgot to mention is the pals do need beds, otherwise they will stop working for you as they will be uncomfortable. They also need food, so you do want to, once you've placed the berry basket or the feed box, what you want to do is just place some red berries in there. I'm just going to split this stack and just put 14 in there. That should keep them going for a while. And talking about food, I'm probably a little bit hungry, so we'll stock up on food as well. Okay, so we should be due another base upgrade. We are, so we can now have 5. And we were required to build the gear workbench, which we'll be definitely doing, and the statue of power. Now we have enough wood and everything else, we're going to go ahead and get the ranch built. So we're going to place the ranch. I'm just going to place it here, just in between these 2. And then once we have the ranch built, I will show you how you can allocate owls to their designated jobs. Okay, so now that the ranch is built, what we can do, we can head over to the lamb ball, and we can just press F to lift them up. And then what I want to do is chuck him in here. And you see the little light bulb above his head, that is now designated this job. And if we wait a little while, he will produce some wool, which then we can turn into cloth. So let's just go ahead and collect all of these stones that our Cativers has kindly mined for us all. And there's some more stone over there, so it looks like they've all been very hard at work. Probably will need some more wood. And there we go. Gonna need some more pal spheres for when we venture out and collect some more pals. So let's see how many we can do. We can do 7 at the moment because we will need some more wood and some more stone. So what we can do actually is we can build ourselves a shield. And we will want to build ourselves a bow, some cloth outfit, which we can do some cloth at this moment in time. So in fact, we'll do the 2 cloth in there, so that will allow us to get our outfit, and then we can do our common shield. Now our shield is a pretty good item to get early on, so we'll build that. In fact, we'll help our cativer. We'll get it done nice and quickly. Okay, so our shield. So now we've collected our shield. As you can see above our health bar on the left, we can see the little blue bar. Now the good thing about the shield is that even when it's depleted, it will regenerate itself. Ever get destroyed, it will just keep replenishing its own health. So it's getting close to night time, so we'll get our cloth outfit built, and then I think we'll head off to bed for the night, and then we'll start fresh again in the morning, get prepared so we can go out and get the next 2 powers that we want to get. So there we go, we have our nice cloth outfit on now. Instead of just walking around butt naked, we've actually got a little bit of clothing on. So let's head off to sleep, wake up nice and fresh in the morning, get some resources, and then we'll get prepared to head out and get these other powers that we want. Okay, so it's a new day and we've got ourselves some more resources, so let's get some power spheres crafted up. How many can we do? Right, okay, so we'll do 20 for now. That'll be good. And then what we'll do is we'll get our bow done, which is pretty much going to take all of our wood. So we're going to have to gather even more resources to make some bows. But it's not to worry. That's what the start of this game is all about. Definitely getting yourself all prepared and set up. So let's head on to the technology tree. A couple more things we want to unlock that we need to craft before we head out. So what we want to do is we want to unlock the normal parachute, the power gear workbench, and we want the statue of power. So we'll unlock them and we should be all set. We should be able to get everything we need crafted, and then we can head out and get the rest of the powers that we need to get. So we're just going to collect all of this stone, some ore there as well, and we just need to farm some more wood. Okay, so we've gathered some more resources, and as you can see, our cataphirs have been hard at work. We have our power spheres and we have our bow as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to need some arrows. So we're going to need quite a few of these. I'm probably going to do myself probably about 40 arrows. They do come in bunches of 3. That should give us about 120 arrows, which should be pretty good to start with. Now, one thing to bear in mind with the benches, if you do a big stack like this, it will take a while to do. But if you've got plenty of other things to be doing in the meantime, just leave it be. It's all good. So now what we need to do is we need to build our statue of power, which is going to take some more stone and Paldium fragments, but we should have some of them lying around. And then the other thing is a power gear workbench, which is also going to take some cloth and some Paldium fragments. And this is going to be come in handy after we get the next couple of powers that we want to get. So one thing to show you while I'm over here, just mining for our Paldium fragments just behind our base here, is just over there we have a nice little green collectible. And basically what you want to do is you want to pick these up as soon as you find them, and these will be used with the statue of power. So it's a nice little effigy. Once we get the statue of power built, I'll show you exactly what they can do, and then on our travels to find the other 2 powers that I will show you the location of some more, so you can do some more upgrades. So we should have enough resources now to build the statue of power. Let's head over and get the statue of power. No, we're some stone short, so let's find some stone. Looks like we've mined all the resources over here except for this one over here. One thing to bear in mind, you do want to watch out for this man forest. He is kind of friendly. He won't bother you unless you accidentally hit him, like I did when I was chopping down a tree in my other playthrough. And let's just say at this lower level he does one hit you, so you just want to be careful when you're mining around him, gathering resources. He can do quite a bit of damage. So we're just going to get some stone so we can get the rest of our things built. Okay, so we've got 37 stone, so hopefully that should be enough. So statue of power, I like to place mine just in the middle because I think it just adds a nice little aesthetic to our little base. So we're going to get that placed down. Shouldn't take too long to build, but everyone is on a short break, so we're going to try and speed up the process and get that built as well. In fact, what we're going to do while we're waiting is we will get the power gear workbench built as well, so we are going to need some cloth. So basically we should have a load of resources stacked up in a chest thanks to the cataphirs, so we should be able to craft ourselves some cloth. Just here, craft 2 cloth. Want to get that crafted. Our arrows are nearly done as well, ready for our adventure. But if I get the power workbench done, then we are all set to go. I can show you the statue of power once that's all built as well. So power gear workbench, I'm just going to pop mine over here somewhere. Well, I was going to try to at least. There we go. Okay, so we can get that built, but first of all we'll get the Statue of Power built so I can show you what the effigies do. So my catapults come to the rescue after their break, and we've just made fast work of building this Statue of Power. And hopefully they'll go ahead and carry on building the workbench, which they are. With the Statue of Power, you can enhance player stats or enhance powers. So enhancing powers, it does require another type of effigy, which we have got one of, but we'll come across them a little bit later on. So we're not going to worry about that too much for now, but we're going to enhance player stats. So basically them green effigies that we found, they basically enhance your capture power. So the first level requires 1, so we'll enhance that. And then the next level requires 4. But you don't need to worry, because on our adventure I'll show you where the next 4 are, so we can upgrade this to level 2. So now that our power workbench is built, you won't be able to see now, we've got no recipes, but very soon you'll be able to see what we can do with that. Okay, so let's just double check. We have done pretty much everything we want to do in preparation to head out to go and grab the other 2 powers we want and get some more effigies. So we need 2 more cloth for the parachute, so we'll quickly get them produced and then we'll build the parachute, because we will need to parachute to safely get one of the effigies and a couple of other special items as well, which are handy to get later early on, but they'll be used for later on. So we're going to get this parachute crafted and we're going to get our arrows crafted, and then we're going to head out. Okay, so now we are all set. That's our base set up and pretty much self-sustainable in regards to food, and now we're going to venture out a few more powers that we need to make our base fully sustainable. So we're going to head over in this direction. We're just going to head up here on the cliff because there is another chest over here. So we're going to open this for some more coins. We're doing alright on weight, so that's not too much of an issue. But basically, as you can see just over there, we can see an effigy and a nice magical tree. So that's basically where we're heading for next. So we're going to head over in this direction, and we're just going to come across and grab these berries for a nice bit of food resource on our way. So what I do recommend doing on your travels is you do want to capture a couple more of these catavers. So we're going to grab this one over here, just weaken it with the bow, or if you hit them with 2 critical hits, yeah, unfortunately you end up killing them, which is not ideally what you want to do, but sometimes it happens, so you just want to be a little bit careful. So we just want to head up here. Don't forget, gather some wood and stuff on your way. Oh, and we've come across a nice little egg here, so we can't use the eggs yet, but later on we will. But this is a nice verdant egg, and this is why you wanted the parachute, so you can cross this gap, so you can get this effigy and this tree as well. So we just want to parachute over here nicely. We just want to pick up this effigy, and then we want to grab these skill fruits. Now the skill fruits will enable you to teach your powers new moves and new skills, so it's always worth grabbing them. Okay, so once you've collected your effigy and your skill berries, what you want to do is you want to head down in this direction. Oh, we've come across Eekfrideers, or however you pronounce it. It's probably worth getting one of these as early as you can. They are a very good power to get, but we'll probably come back for that one as it's run off, because there is another power we can get which will just make our life a little bit easier when collecting it. So you just want to head down this direction, so we can just kind of glide our way down here, and we want to basically be heading down this little trail, and we're going to come across our next effigy that we want to collect. So we're just going to collect this one, and then we want to head over here. You just look our map on the top, you can see we've got another little fast travel point about 100 meters away. So we're just going to head across. Just going to climb these rocks and get over here. So as you can see, if you come across any of these statues that have basically orange, that means that you haven't activated yet. And we've just come across our first little pal that we want, these fox parks. Now these fox parks are absolutely great, so we're going to capture these. Now these are good for 2 reasons. It's good to have one of them at your base. Hopefully we are lucky enough to capture this, and I'll explain why. Looks like we are successful. They are very good to have at your base because they will utilize the campfire and cook our food. We also want to capture a couple more of them because we want one of them in our party. There are some more up here, as well as the other pal we want, which is a gummos. Now the gummos are very good to have at your base because they are plant based. So they will be the ones that will be planting the berries to make the plantation automated. So we're going to grab one of them, and we're going to go ahead and grab this level 6 Fox Spark over here. That was a good shot. Just going to hop on over here, try and dodge as much as we can. We've got 2 of us hitting us now, but hopefully we shouldn't take too much damage. I'm going to try and capture this one. Hopefully we are successful, and we are, so that's perfect. We've got another one as well. We're just going to dunk ourselves in the water because we got caught on fire. So perfect. So you do want to actually kill a couple more of these because they do drop the fire organ, which is what we're going to need for the nice little asset that comes with them. So we're just going to capture that one actually. There we go, we'll capture that one as well. And there we go. Another successful catch, and we're now level 7. Now we just want to go ahead and capture one more of the pals we're looking for. So we're going to head back over here to fast travel location. We're going to go ahead and grab our next effigy, which is just going to be in that building over there. So hopefully we'll come across the other pal that we do want. Hopefully there'll be one around here somewhere. There might be, there might not be. We'll have to try and look around and try and find one. We've got a couple of pal spheres that we can pick up on our way. So it doesn't look like we'll come across the other pal that we need, but we'll try and find one of them as and when we can. But we're going to keep venturing this way. So if you carry on venturing through and following the path from the building, you will come across this open land where you should find the next pal that you want, and that's these pengullets. So these are water pal. So you have guessed it right, these will be providing water for our plantation. So hopefully we are lucky enough to catch one of these first try. We are, yes. Okay, with your fire, water and earth, you only need 1 to start with, so 1 each should be enough. So once we have got them 3 pals, we want to head over to this tower. That will be our next little landmark we want to head for. So now we have reached the tower landmark. You don't really want to worry about the syndicate tower for now. We'll head over there and I'll show you why, but want to activate this fast travel point, and then we're going to head up to the tower. Now basically what these towers are, these are like boss battles. Now I don't recommend trying this one just as yet because we are nowhere near prepared, but as you can see you have a time limit of 10 to defeat the boss. It is quite a difficult one, so we're going to not worry about that at the moment, but we're going to head up here to this little thug syndicate camp, and what we're going to do is get one of our pals ready. We're going to get our fox sparks as they are quite handy against these thugs, and the reason why I want to come across these camps is because the thugs do hold some handy little loot, but also as you can see here they have a pal that's captured and we can free that pal and we can acquire it. So we're just going to get rid of these thugs to start with, and there we go. That's all the thugs dealt with, and they do drop some pretty good loot, some ammo and bits and pieces for when we need them. We're just going to get rid of this one over here who's hiding away. Doesn't seem to be doing much. I think he's kind of bugged out, so we'll make quick work of him. There we go. So now we can release this pal. So once we release it, it will automatically go to our base. So we just have a free pal. So next thing we want to do, we want to open our map, and we kind of want to head to where my cursor is now, which is kind of obscured, and there's going to be another fast travel waypoint and our final pal that we want to acquire, and then we can head back to base and I'll show you why the fox sparks and this one that we're going to collect are really good to have in your party, and I'll show you what the other pals that we collected can do for us at our base. So this is the next place you're looking for, the desolate church, where the next fast travel point is. If I open map you can see where it's located here, so you just want to follow the path up here, kind of traverse your way around. It's a little bit of a distance, but it's definitely worth coming over here. So we're just going to grab ourselves another collectible here. We're going to activate our fast travel, and we're going to head into the church, because in the church is the final effigy for level 2. And it will also comes with a nice little statue of power. So we're going to grab our effigy, I'm going to activate the Statue of Power, and we have the 4 that we collected while looking for the other pals. And we can activate that and increase our capture power. So now what we want to do is we just want to stay around this red area until we find our next pal, which, come to think of it, he's just appeared. So Rushaw. Now Rushaw is a very good pal to have, so we're definitely going to be capturing one of these. Then we'll head back to base. We'll get a couple of things built. I'll show you how the pals all... I'll show you what the pals do, and I'll show you how special this Rushaw is, and also the Fox Sparks back at base. So we were successful in capturing that one, so we can just fast travel straight back to base, and we can go through it all. So we'll just click on fast travel, head back to base, and here we are back at our PAL box. So first of all, what I want to do is want to upgrade our PAL box, and now we're at base level 6, and we can have 6 pals. This is where we want to kind of shift things around. So we definitely want the water one in there. We definitely want a Fox Sparks in there. We'll choose the lower level one and have the higher level with us. And then we also can see that we got the other pal that we acquired, which looks like that's a very good pal indeed actually. Might even be better than this Gummos. For what we need it for. It does plant, but it also does various other things as well. So I think what we might do is actually have the floppy instead of the Gummos. So we'll definitely do that. So now we have our plant, we have our water and our fire. We also want to pop that in our party as well. So let's sleep for now. Make sure it's daytime so we can actually see what we're doing, and then I'll go ahead and show you how all these other pals work. So looks like we do need some more beds. But as you can see, if we head over here to our plantation, our grass type pal is planting our red berries, and then once that has finished planting, you will see that our water one will head over there and start watering them. But what we're going to do is we're going to place a bed down because we are running a little bit low. Make sure all of our pals have got beds, and they didn't finish planting. They wanted to get their bed built nice and quick, which, to be fair, I don't blame them. So hopefully they will finish planting, and then we'll see our water pal come in and show us how it's all done. So as you can see now, we have the water pal over here watering our plants. With our campfire, if we just head over here, if we click on berries and we just head on and produce some of them, we will see that our fire pal will come over and speed up the cooking process. There they are. Our Fox Spark is going here and is cooking up our berries, making it quicker. So now we have a fully sustainable and automated little base going along. So let's go ahead and we're going to head over to our crafting bench, and then we're going to open up our technology tab, because now we have the Fox Spark and the Rushaw. We're going to want to unlock both of these. So the Fox Sparks harness and the Rushaw saddle. So we're going to get them crafted. So we're going to head over to the our workbench, and we've got the Rushaw saddle, and we've also got the Fox Spark harness. So we are going to need some more than flame organs, so we are going to need to kill a few more Fox Sparks. But we can get the Rushaw saddle done, so we can get that building. And in the meantime, we're going to head out and get some more Fox Sparks. So I've gathered some more leather and some more fire organs, and our Rushaw saddle is ready. So now we can craft the Fox Spark harness. So we'll get that crafted, and I'll just show you how the Rushaw harness works. So we're just going to go ahead and spawn this one, and we're just going to hold F to ride it. So this is why it's very good to have in your party. We can use it to ride. It's quicker at sprinting as well. And the nice little added bonus to this one is we have what we call a reckless charge. So if we just charge it up, as you can see, we hit the ore and we got 11 ore just from doing that. So we don't end up damaging our tools. And it works on multiple nodes as well. It's a bit of a shame that this one's destroyed, otherwise I could show you. But as you saw then, it's just a nice way of gathering some quick resources without damaging your tools. So we are carrying too much now, which it's always going to be the way. So let's dismount, and we're going to head on and drop some of our stuff off at storage while that's finishing being built. because we have too many items in our inventory, so we can put some of these in here. Definitely some of that ore and definitely some of that wood. We'll put some wool and some fibre in there as well, and then we can just press R and it will automatically stack them into our chest. So now hopefully the foxbark harness is ready, so I can show you how good this one is. So the reason why you want the foxbark harness is because it literally turns your foxbarks into an actual flamethrower. So we just want to do the same again, hold F and walk up to it, and we can pick it up and carry it. And then when we press action, there we go, we have ourselves a man-made flamethrower. I'm not sure what this foxbark's doing up here, but to be honest, in my other playthrough it did exactly the same thing. It kind of just got stuck up there and I had to take it out of my base and put it back in. So there we go everyone, there is your ultimate beginner's guide. So from this point you should have your base all up and running and automated. You've got a couple of decent pals in your party and you are all ready to venture out and travel the world and see what goodies you can find. If you found this video helpful, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you subscribe for more Palworld content. It's been Kryptonite here, thank you all for watching and I will see you in the next video.